Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Let's Inspire. I am Dom, your host, and today we have a former ballet dancer, which then met the art of circus and combining the two made his own special act. He started as a dancer and then became an acrobat and a tumbler, and then now he pursued an amazing career as an aerialist working for celebrity cruise lines. I have the pleasure of having seen his aerial act in person, which is stunning. So today we have Jones Kalutskikh. Hi, Jones.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you
I
for having me.
have to say it. This is actually the second time we're shooting the interview because something happened to my computer while I was converting the files. So we had
Thank
it's my fault. We had to schedule this again. So thanks, Jones, for giving more of your time to me.
Okay.
Let's go right into the interview. So please tell us about yourself and give us a little backstory on your training and your amazing aerialist career.
Thank you. So hi guys. My name is Jones. I started as a ballet dancer doing ballet when I was 8, turning 9, and then I started circus when I was 12 till my 14, and when I complete 14, I run with the circus. Literally run with the circus. I abandoned my hometown and then I went to a small circus and started traveling around Brazil. When I made 18, I got my first contract out of the country, and then since then I didn't stop. So it's been like 62 countries already, and like in these days now, I'm working like now as a aerialist, still dancing, but not as strong as I was doing before. But I'm doing a specialty act for celebrity cruise lines.
How did that happen? How did you get into an aerial act? How did you create your aerial act?
Yeah, I remember since I was a child, I always been different, liking creepy stuff and liking to create and motivate things like that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, right? But in other hands, for other kind of people, like they do make a lot of sense. And when I realized that, I started to get like all my dramas and all my past to create new stuff. And I was not complete doing just dancing, So I was like, I want to do more. I want to, I don't know, to fly maybe. And then when I started the circus, right? So when I come to create something, I always like remember weird and creepy stuff to do something, put it together, but always remembering my past as a dancer and doing my future as an aerialist. So I try to combine these two together to make something different and something that normally we have these days really like a wall between dance and acrobatics or dance and aerial, when I think that they both walk together.
Yeah.
So I try to make this happen in my point of view to people that come to watch me, saying they're like, oh my god, he's a gymnastics. No, he's a dancer. No, actually he's a circus artist, but he have a past and a background in dance and acrobatics. So why cannot these three be together? So I try to show this in every performance, everything that I created. Like I try to put always dance, acrobatics, and aerial together in the same number.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Is there a when I created this little project, the one of the first questions that came into my mind was, is there a special moment in your career or a special show that you always keep in your heart and has a special meaning for you?
Yeah, I always say that the hardest part to do this job is to leave your hometown, right? To leave your family. And it's been always me and my mom. And it was really hard to leave her behind and go to the world. Like I left my hometown when I was 14. So like imagine for a kid to leave town when he's 14. He doesn't even know like to take a real bath. Come on, I'm 14. I was supposed to be worried about like playing in the street with the other kids, but I was training, I was doing classes, I want to be something. So like that was the toughest moment for me to leave my hometown. But because I had in mind to give my mom a better life and give myself the future that I was so like in my mind, I had like a full show in the future, like you know, like I was imagining stuff, and that for me was the point to reach. So I want to do that for myself, but that was the hardest moment to leave my mom behind. Uh, like fortunately, like that works, and like we're both happy now. She's happy, I'm happy. Like we reach goals, and that was the point, right? A nice contract that I have made, I would say two points. Like my first contract there when I ran with the circus when I was 14, that was a good opportunity. I didn't get lots of money for, but like was amazing because imagine you like 14, you're getting money for something that you've been training and not like you paying for the classes and like you getting some money to do the things that you like and traveling around. That for me was amazing, you know. And my first contract in America, I would say, that was with Royal. That was amazing. I have an amazing cast. I have an amazing friends. I made like so good friends there, and I still have contact with them. I still see them in the studio these days, and they see me and they're like, "Oh my God, Jonas, like you didn't imagine that you could do this." I'm like, guys, I always told you that I was an Aerliast, but I got the wrong and right contract, right? Because I don't want to put like that. I was a dancer, so I was fine, but I didn't imagine that I was supposed to do like 3 full production shows. That was insane. So like I still have them in my life. They taught me so much. Like I literally learned how to be an artist in this industry. I mean, like the ships in this industry, because you know it's different for us. It's way different. It's the same life, but it's a different kind of like that you have to get used to. So they taught me so much. So my first contract with Royal was amazing. I can't complain, and I'm grateful for everyone and everything that happened to me that time.
Amazing. You also mentioned something, you know, that was actually quite challenging for you. You know, leave your home, leave your mom at the age of 14, and in my experience, being a performer as well, a lot of people don't get that we do a lot of sacrifices, a lot of personal sacrifices in order to become performers and to make our job. I guess this is 14 was near the age where you probably realized that performing was going to be your full-time career. Is that correct?
Yeah, but you also know that we never imagine how far we can go. To like we fought a lot, and then we can see like, oh my God, actually I was dreaming about this like 10 years ago, and look at me now. So I remember when I was 14, I told myself, I saw a video on I don't remember if it was YouTube in that time, but I saw a video somewhere, or could maybe, there was 2 boys doing acrobatics, and I was like, they were doing acrobatics and dancing, and I was like, oh my God, I would love to do that. But in my hometown I live in a kind of like farm town, so it's small. We know everyone. We're not strong in arts or anything else. Technically, we're also not good in that. So I didn't have place to train, you know. So I remember when I left my hometown, I was like, that's my challenge. I'm 14. And we know that 14 is old if you want to get into this. But in my mind, I was too old. And my mom wanted me to wait until I was 18. I was like, I can't wait until I'm 18. I have to go now. Because that's the time that I have 4 years to make myself polish to do something as technical or something. Because, with 14, for more than boys, we grow way faster than girls when you're like learning. But like my body was already made, so like I didn't have I was not able to create like some back flexibility that I want so much. I want to be a contortionist. Come on. So like I knew that was a challenge for me, but this never stopped me. I promised my mom if it did not works, I will come back home and do university like all my friends and live with her and works in a shopping or and anything as a normal. But I was not happy, with that decision. I cannot tell you that did work in the first years. I had a lot of struggle, was a really hard path. People do not realize how hard this job is until they actually see with their own eyes. But I think what made a good artist these days is the walls that he had to break. So I have a lot of walls in the ride, but I never let that stop me for fighting to be someone that I want to be, and I could just stop in the first one and say like, okay, I don't need that. I have a hometown, I have my bed, I have my room, my mom, my family. Why I'm suffering for? I just can go back home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that. But no, like we have something inside of us. Everyone that's involved in this art, in this industry, we know how we have this sparkle, this weird feeling that we never complete. We need that. We need something. We need something to fill us up. Mm-hmm. So I had this since I was like 12 when I started doing circus. Like I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to reach like far. So that's what actually was my motivation to go forward and never look back. I just look back for mistakes that I made and try to fix in the future, but never to like, okay, bye, I'm going back. No, I'm going forward, like I want to go far.
Always looking forward, yes. And sometimes, we are our worst enemy because we want so much for ourselves. We want to improve so much for ourselves. We push so much that sometimes we become our worst enemy. But that's so true. I can relate a lot into that. Last thing that I want to ask you, very well what period of time we are living in with this, pandemic and everything that's going on in the world. What message would you share with the younger generation of performers that, is still training and studying? Why, in your opinion, should they invest their time and their energy into arts?
I would say 3 benefits that you get. First of all, you got to travel the world. That's an amazing, and not like you don't have any money in this world that could pay that. Like you're gonna travel and meet new people and new cultures, and that's amazing. That's a price for a lifetime. Second, you get paid for what you love, and I think if you are in this ride, you're doing because you like it, because we do have to love this job to do that, because we know how hard it is and how painful it is. Third, the experiences and like everything that you're gonna collect to your memories, and like imagine like after 30-40 years you're gonna look back and say like, oh my god, I did that. You see that guy dancing, turning, twisting, that was me. And we know how hard generations can change their minds. So if I could give an advice to a kid now, as I always tell my students, and as I'm coaching now, I always tell them, I talk them way more than teach. I sit them in the floor and I was like, okay guys, let's talk now. I always say that if I could advise someone in this job, is like, don't regret it. Don't look back. Don't even fight with people that are trying to put you down, because we have a lot of those. We don't need them. We need them to make us strong. We are already strong because we like something different. Like, would you like to be like in a desk like the whole day when you have something like saying like, okay, I need to move, I need to go somewhere? Like, do you like, I'll hate that, like as a performer, I always dream big. So like, if I could say something to me, let's say like 14 years ago, I would say, Jonas, you are right. Keep going. You're going to be fine. So be brave, be you. Don't hide yourself for anything or anyone, and keep fighting, because this is an amazing job. It's an amazing future that you can get. And you're going to meet so many people. They're going to love you for what you are and for what you do and for what you've been trained for your whole life. And we know it's hard, we know it's painful, but it's priceless in the future. You're going to see you back there, and you're going to remember that if you're like crying to do a split, and in the future you're going to be like doing over splits, you're going to see like, see, that's why I was crying for, to be amazing, and I'm amazing. So say that to you every time that you go through something. Say that you're amazing, you can do this, and you can go forward.
Self-love. That's amazing. Self-love. Oh my God, that was so good. Okay, perfect. Well,
That was way faster than last
yeah,
time,
I
guys.
know. But
Last time we went through a whole bunch of stories.
the message, the good, the amazing thing is that the message is still there. Like the exact same message that you gave everyone last time, it's still there. So that means it comes from your heart, and that's the most important thing that we.
Yeah, and like I always say, guys, don't give what people want. Don't let them drop you down. They always gonna tell you this is not a job. What's your job? Like that's my job, guys. Be proud of yourself. Be proud to say I'm an artist, I'm a dancer, I'm an actor. Like I'm an acrobat. Like be proud because that's a damn hard job. And let me tell you, people do not know you. They just gonna know that that's priceless and that's amazing and that's good if you show them that they are wrong, that you can do this.
Exactly.
So just do it.
Just do it. All right. We reached the end of our interview. I want to thank Jones for being here with us. And all of you. You can all obviously comment and share this video so more people can get inspired. You can follow Jones on his social media, Instagram and Facebook. And I want to personally give you all the best wishes for your studio. Jones is working on creating his Aerliast studio where he's going to obviously pass his experience on to the younger generation of performers, which is an amazing thing, especially during this time. And I want to thank you again, Jones, for being here with us. And I will hopefully see you soon when we're back at work.
So much for having me. You're amazing. Guys, he's amazing. He's such a kind person. Like I always say that we have to support each other. Like we have to love each other. We know how hard it is. We know how hard acceptance it is to people. So love each other, guys. Support each other. Do as much class as you want. Do meet up much like coaches you can. Like support each other. Let's be love and not hate because we are small in the world still, but we are big. So let's just show them that we are supportive to each other. And you're amazing, and thank you so much for doing that. And to show the new kids there that it is a hope, and they're not wrong to be different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to think differently to your friends. Like they want to play football, that's okay. Go do some theater, kid. Go dance, be fun, be happy. And yeah.
I'd love. Amazing. Thank you, Jones, again. And I will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.